Hello everyone, it is Caitlin, and today we are talking about how 2022 went for the channel. Alright, so we did a lot this year. We started the whole long-term project vlog, got several of those down on our belts, which is awesome. I think I really enjoy those because you get to see more in depth on the process. So they don't get to see a whole finished project in the video, you get more in-depth process. So we're going to continue those. In fact, this year we're going to make 2 long-term projects a month, and that's only because I'm getting married, and I needed that time to work on wedding stuff. So one long-term project vlog is going to be the wedding dress. So, well, the wedding dress and all the accessories. So we're going to do it like step by step, starting with underpinnings, going to the dress, going to the accessories. So that's going to be like a 12-month ordeal where you get like little pieces done per month. And the second one is I have a hope chest my dad gave me several years ago. And I never filled it out except for some baby clothes, and I keep all the wedding dress stuff in there. So we're going to go ahead and make some bedding, just modern stuff, but it's a historical idea to make bedding, you know, once you get married. So we're going to do that, and also make a historic wedding quilt. That's going to be the second part of the bedding series. So the modern actual bedding, and then 6 months up the historic wedding quilt. I already have a modern wedding quilt, so didn't need to do that. But the channel has grown quite a bit. I mean, we're up to almost 850 subscribers, I think, which is about 800 more than I expected to be interested in historical content like this. So I'm very excited. Thank y'all so much for subscribing, for watching the videos. I especially love your comments. I'm still at the point where I can comment back up to everybody. Which I really love, because I love getting, just interacting with y'all, and sometimes I get really good tips that I didn't know, and I really love it when I hear that what I'm putting out is helpful for you, and and that sort of thing. So that really helps me. It encourages me to keep going. Let's put it that way. So I really appreciate y'all's comments and you're watching the videos and subscribing to the channel. Let's see, things that are coming up. Other than me getting married and then the 2 long-term projects. So we're going to start, I don't want to call it a series, but things that are going to be new around the channel. So we're still going to do videos on Mondays and Wednesdays. Not all Wednesdays. I think there's 1 or 2 Wednesdays that we're not doing anything on, but every Monday, and then most Wednesdays at this point have something on them. So, so some of the new content you can kind of expect. We're going to start doing a series. We're going to start some new time periods. So I have a lot of Regency stuff coming up this year because I got invited to a Regency event, and it's very last minute, but it's a hand stitch era, so we're just going to power through it and get everything done. So there'll be some Regency contents kind of sprinkled throughout the year. We're going to start kids' clothes this year. So I actually made an outfit for a friend's daughter. It's already done. It's already filmed, already on YouTube, to kind of be scheduled to come out. And then that was just like 5 or 6 episodes of just kids' clothes, so I put that in once a month. And then I really started thinking about it, getting married, to have kids pretty soon. So it's like, let's go ahead and start making baby clothes. So the second half of the year, after we do the little girl's 1830s dress, we're going to do baby clothes. So we're going to start getting into infants wear and kids' clothes, and basically birth through 2 for the 1830s and then the 1850s and 60s. Maybe a little bit of 1870s and 1880s stuff kind of sprinkled in. We're going to do like birth through 2, just kind of get everything kind of done for that. Because my main goal years ago that I never actually did anything with was I wanted to have all clothes, modern and period, for a child birth to 2 before I get pregnant. That was my goal, because I don't like deadlines. I don't do well with deadlines. And being pregnant is a deadline, and I don't like that. So my thought process was, I'll get it all done before then. Well, now I'm engaged and getting married, and so that's kind of looming, and now I'm like, oh, I kind of need to do all this stuff. So we're going to kind of start working on that so I don't feel so stressed out about it, at least with the historical aspect of it. Again, other than the Regency stuff, we're also going to start some 20th century stuff, because my fiance, Rhett, does 20th century. He does mostly World War II, and then starting to do World War I. So we're going to start doing, I think I have several episodes. We did a World War I event, so I filmed all that. That is not up into YouTube yet, but it will be, it'll be scheduled to come out. Once a month we'll do a 20th century project. And then I figured, you know what, I go ahead and do my 1940s stuff. So I used to do 1940s a long time ago back in college. And then I just didn't do anything, so I didn't really have any events to go to. I only wore it, the clothes, at the museum that I worked at, because our director really loved World War II. And so I had clothes for World War II. But now that I'm actually going to do reenacting, I need stuff that actually fits me now, because I had a 24-inch waist at college. And so clearly don't have that anymore, and so none of those clothes fit, so we're going to go ahead and make some more. So that's going to be the second half, I think, from like June or July up through December. We'll do 1940 stuff. And probably sprinkle some 1920 stuff or early 1930 stuff in there too, because Rhett and I bought a Model A car, and I would like to make some clothes that kind of go with the car, just for kicks, because I have nothing better to do with my time apparently. So maybe 1 or 2 outfits for that, you know, something pretty simple that's really easy kind of to work with and to put together. We're just going to do that. So that's something else you can look forward to. Another thing that I've been working on kind of behind the scenes is, I have always said I don't take commissions and I don't like sewing for people, which is, it was true. I'm beginning to start taking commissions. The long-term goal is for me to stay home with kids. It's a very long-term goal. I'm still teaching for right now and probably will for a year or so. But that's the long-term goal. And so I need to start building up a customer base now, so that when I have to stay home, I'm not starting from a business from scratch. So I have a website now. I kind of rebranded. We actually are going to rebrand the channel just a little bit. Videos that I put out before are still going to have the time and history, the Caitlin Heish logo stuff on it. But we're going to start doing a little bit of rebranding. Once I get married in April, you'll see my name change. It'll be Caitlin Kearns, so it starts with a K. So don't be freaked out when you see my name change. That's going to happen around mid-April. And then my videos from then on will be under that name. So we're going to do some rebranding this year as well. But with the whole website, I'm going to link that below. I know a lot of you are not local, so you may just want to look at the website or whatever, but there will be occasionally products that I have that I've made that I'm going to sell. There'll be some custom work on there that you might be, if you're into 1830s and you want a bonnet, I have been making 1830s bonnets for people, and that's something I actually really do enjoy. So that's going to be on the website. Eventually I am going to put more like custom drafting, custom patterning, custom outfits, pretty much anything within the historical realm of, I'm going to stick with pretty much 1825 to 1875, because that's my base of knowledge is kind of that. Whether I do different time periods, and if it's custom work you want to talk to me about that, that's different. But if you're into the market of historical clothing, might want to consider me. I would be greatly appreciative if you did. If nothing else, there's a 1-hour consultation where we do like a Zoom and kind of talk about your needs, what you want. So if you just need someone to guide you on something, or if you need technical help with a pattern, that is available on the website, and I'm more than happy to help you out with that in that way. So you can actually go to the website, purchase an hour, and we'll communicate and set up a Zoom link, and we could talk through anything. So like if you wanted to draft your own pattern, but you needed guidance, you can get your friend there, and I can sit there on Zoom and tell you, well, you need our darts here, and this is, I need you to do this here. So I can help you with the technical details like that, if that makes any sense. So you can kind of get personalized help. The website still is a work in progress, so please don't judge it when you look at it. It's a little bit out of sorts, but I'm still working on it and getting there. So some products are up there, some are not. Just be forewarned when you look at it. But if you're interested, they are there. Another big thing I've been working on, and I will be offering them through the website when I get them done the next couple months, I am starting to publicize some books. I'm working on, right now, a how to draft a 1830s woman's wardrobe. So everything from chemise to dress to bonnet, exactly what you need to do to draft something to your measurements. It's basically the workwoman's guide, but with modern directions, and that will make sense to the modern reader, and you also get technical support if you buy the book, so that's helpful. I'm also working on kids' clothes, because I've been learning all this stuff about babies' clothes. I've been writing it down at the same time I'm learning it and doing all this primary research, because that just makes sense to do it all at the same time. And so there will be books on that. Eventually there will be, books for the whole 19th century for kids, women, and probably men at some point, although I haven't delved into men's clothing as much. So right now we're just working on the women's clothing part and the little baby clothes, because that's going to be the easiest thing to do. Look for those publications in the next couple months. I'll probably put a notification on the channel in case you're interested in that sort of thing. Right now it's a very rough draft, but there's instructions. But it's like every piece of clothing and why we wear it, what kind of fabric to buy for it, and then usually at least 2 options of how to draft it. So like for the chemise, the women's chemise, there are 2 types of chemises that you can use. One is actually not even workfluence guide. It's based on my extant that I have. So all the instructions in these books are going to be either from period publications exactly, or from originals themselves. So you will get a period appropriate garment every time. So if you're a little bit more adventurous and want to do that, that is totally an option as well. So those books will be coming out pretty soon. I just got to finish writing. I have at least half of the 1830s women's one done. So right now they're not available, but they will be eventually. So be looking forward to that. That'll be coming out this next year. So fun things happening this year. Do be prepared for the venue to change, because I'm moving. I will not be in this room very much longer. I won't be in this house very much longer. So there may be some temporary sewing arrangements. I'll be moving in with my grandmother for a few months. So she's a seamstress. She does a lot of quilting as well. So she has a sewing room that I might be sharing with her. So there'll be different venues. Sometimes I'll be at Rhett's house. And then when we get property, that'll be a whole nother situation, and we probably won't build a house right away. So we'll be in limbo as far as a solid sewing room for a while, which most of you already know because we made the little Victorian sewing cabinet, sewing box, and filled it out just with everything that we kind of need. But that is also coming down the road as well. So this will be the very last review video that we do in this room. You'll see it occasionally because I do have videos even up until July in this room, because I've already made them and I just need to space them out. So like the 19 teens videos, I did one a month, and so while that project is completely done, I didn't want to overload y'all with 20th century stuff when we're a 19th century channel. So I spaced them out once a month. So we have videos into July, August that you'll still be in this room sewing. But with all that being said, I really just kind of wanted to let you know what to be expecting in the next year. Publications, website with custom sewing. We're continuing the how-to videos. We're going to start doing, we finished our 1850s doll this last year, the 2022. We're going to do a cloth doll next for the 1820s and 30s. We're going to do some 20th century projects, no more than 1 a month. We're going to start doing kids' clothes once a month. So things to look forward to. We're doing 2 long-term projects vlogs. The bedding and then also the wedding dress. That should be a really fun one to do. I'm really excited about that one, and I think y'all will be as well. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being a subscriber to the channel if you are. If you are not, and any of these things sound interesting to you and you want to stick around for 2023, we would absolutely love to have you. Please click that subscribe button and push that notification bell so you get notified when I upload a video. And absolutely have a fantastic week. And I'll see you back here on the first Monday of 2023.